We have a Coppola questions before we move on.
Pretty much every question that I have is we sort of answered while we were going through, but why is Kate so quick to just move on from Jack's insanity on Christmas? Is that just Cash has like put all of the best of Kate? Because she has to have her off days, right? She's not perfect all the time.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think it's just the best version of her.
To keep, because otherwise, if she freaks out on him or something, or calls the cops or something, like his glimpse is not. He's never going to get a. He's never going to get the message he needs to get. He'll just end up in jail.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Or kicked out of the house,
arrested on domestic violence charges. You really screwed up this time, Jack. Why? This is just me. Why would Jack want an American cigar over a Cuban cigar?
Because he's a red-blooded American.
Yeah, he's a real patriot.
He don't want that.
Is that what
crap.
it is? He's so against smoking the cigar until he hears that it's an American cigar.
I don't know.
That was weird. You'd think of the opposite. Like he's a man who enjoys fine cigars, so of course he'd want expensive,
garbage American,
illegal Cuban cigars.
Yeah,
it's American. Oh, superb.
Maybe he was just making fun of him. Like, fucking yokels don't know cigars.
Fucking Nets fan. How was Jack going to get back to New Jersey after dropping off Peter's car? Like, is he going to take a bus?
He had a driver follow him.
A driver followed him?
Yeah.
Peter's
if you
driver.
watch behind, there's a town car that parks right behind him, and the driver gets out.
I totally missed that.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, I didn't catch that, but I would have assumed he just got a ride back from Peter's driver or something.
You would think, but at the same time, it's not like it's close. I mean,
right. It's like they say it's a couple hours away, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Peter asked him to drop his car off. He'd be kind of an asshole if he didn't have a way for him to get home.
It's like fend for yourself now.
Sure, you can take one of those trains back.
Join the bus.
Yeah,
the bus
Here's a bus
go
ticket.
that far. I don't know. I've never been on one.
I've never even touched one.
I'm sure you can walk. It's good for you.
Yeah, you can walk, right? Sure, it's not
Get
that
your
far.
blood flowing.
I can see it from my office.
This driver is Dana Carvey. The wheelman.
You want to stop at this cafe? They got this really good scramble. It's got scallions.
Scrapple.
We stop and get some ring dings? Ring dings and milk? Do you think that Kate is as snobby as Jack was in his previous reality?
Yes.
Yeah,
She
because
kind of seems it a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, she's super successful lawyer. She's still single. I think she's supposed to be a mirror version of him in that reality.
Yeah.
They're made for each other in no matter which reality they're in. So if they were in this reality where they both became career-focused, driven individuals, then that's what they would both be.
Yeah.
They sort of allude to that because she's like completely focused on getting packed and getting on the plane and getting out of there, which, I mean, I feel like anybody would in that situation. But at the same time, I think in the movie reality that we were supposed to see that as kind of rude and she was dismissive. Mm-hmm. But honestly, that felt very realistic to me.
Yeah, and I think it also felt like she did get over him. And so she really was just trying to give him back his stuff and didn't care about catching up with him or anything like that. Plus, also, he left her. So she probably even forgave him for it. Or I guess she did, because she has Coppola with him.
Maybe she...
It seems weird to me that his lunatic rambling about their life together convinces her to stay.
What the fuck, dude? Honestly.
I do think part of her, just like him, still loved her after all the years.
Yeah.
Because why else call and let him know that...
Yeah, she could have just dumped his stuff.
Yeah, like why? Why? I just throw that shit away. You're moving. It's been 13 years. Just throw it away. So part of me thought she still, same thing, just had these feelings that were deep down and didn't realize it. And then him.
Maybe Cash got to her at some point and sent her into their alternate life together in Jersey. And she had the same journey.
Right. Well, maybe this is her glimpse.
Yeah. It's all glimpses.
They're all glimpses.
I actually thought there was going to be a twist where it was like he actually was the Jack from the other universe or reality and got sent into his his mind wiped or whatever and sent into this reality to show, and then taken back to show. I don't know. Taken back to. Yeah, but I thought that was going to be a nice, like, this is actually what you want, and you told me you wanted a better life, so I sent you to this life where you lived this whole 13 years in New York.
It's fucking horrible, man.
That is one of my questions, though. Like, do you think there's a version of Jack who lived in New Jersey who wished that his life had not been stuck as a family man, and then Cash sent him into New York to show him how shitty that life actually was? And
I mean, that life seemed pretty awesome to me. I'm
not gonna lie. Other than the kids,
no,
and the bowling
in the
New York
city, the New York life. I mean, he's got a penthouse overlooking the city.
Oh, that life, yeah.
He's making probably $400,000-$500,000 a year.
Mm-hmm.
Dude can have anything he wants. Everybody brings him everything. Beautiful women are constantly trying to sleep with him. I don't know.
I wouldn't want it.
I feel like a mix
I'd
of
rather
the
have
two.
his Jersey life.
I feel like the best life is the life we didn't see, where he has Kate and they both make a fortune and they can do whatever they want with their lives. And then they have kids. And it's like,
maybe that's what we're left with. You're like, okay, they'll get the best of both.
Yeah. I guess at least in that life, they both got to live their dreams. Because I don't know. The one thing that I wish they had kind of developed a little bit more is like, he wants to go back to that life of being a stockbroker because that's his passion. Like that is what that's what drives him. Mm-hmm. And it's not a bad thing. Like if you're passionate about something and you can turn that into a career, like good, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I kind of wish they would have developed that a little bit more. So I think you're right. I think the family life is where eventually he wants to be, but I still don't think he would have been happy staying there just selling tires. Like if he could have both worlds, which is what they allude to at the end of the film, like that's the perfect for both of them. You're right. Like that's the perfect life trajectory for them moving forward.
Yeah.
But yeah, I kind of wish they would have developed that a little bit more because I feel like they made it seem like he was selfish for wanting that job back. But man, that's what drives him. Like that's what you're passionate about. Like go for it instead of making him out to be bad guy for it.
You could do online trades, like maybe Kate inherits a little farm in Massachusetts, and then he could trade in the attic. Day trade in the attic.
Well,
be a
she's
financial advisor.
Alpaca.
And then she could farm alpacas,
focusing on her art. Oh my god! What if that's like the Bizarro version?
I would love to see that. Tay Leone and Nick Cage just switch roles in Color Out of Space. I guess the ultimate question here: do you think they get back together, or do you think that Kate leaves like the next day for Paris?
I think if she was of a mind to do that, she would have just got on the plane.
Yeah.
And not been intrigued by him. So I think we're led to believe that she's still, he's the one that got away, and she wishes that hadn't happened. So
yeah,
it's their second chance.
That's the hopeful interpretation of this film, and I think that's what we were supposed to be left with, was that they do get back together and they live happily ever after. And they
the thing that sucks to me though is like
watch the snow fall on their faces every day.
Yeah. The part that sucks to me though is like his kids don't exist and never will exist. Like the kids that he fell in love with.
Maybe that's what their kids. Cash was showing him a glimpse of what their actual kids will be in their next reality. Though they are in their 40s. I don't know.
Yeah. They'd have to get on it real quick.
They do say that he's in his 30s.
30s.
Yeah. They say because they were just out of college, or were they both still in college? I know she was, but then again, she's going for a law degree, so.
Yeah, she got accepted into college, and that was 1987. So, but real Nick Cage was like 16 in 1981.
Yeah, 87. He was 23, right? 24, something like that.
Yeah. So then 13 years, puts him late 30s, early 40s.
I kind of didn't understand with the whole thing with the lotto ticket, like why that was the setup for Cash to come into Jack's life. It seems really convoluted for what it ended up being, a throwaway thing of like trying to get I don't know if it was just a setup to test Jack to see if he would try to intervene, and you'd think, from a movie
try and
standpoint,
help those people. I think was what.
Yeah, it just seems, or maybe he just doesn't. Maybe he wasn't targeting Jack specifically. He just goes around and fucks with people until somebody.
That's what he says you did this last scene with him,
and he says you did this to yourself. Like, I was going to let you go, but you told me you got everything you want, so now. You're my bitch for this jaunt I'm going to send you
Next
on.
8 weeks.
So maybe he was trying to bait the convenience store owners from being racist and try to get them to fall into his trap of being.
He did say
sent
you
to
had
an
your
alternate
chance
reality.
to that guy, the clerk.
Yeah,
yeah. I kind of think the test was to see if anybody would help in this situation.
Yeah. I think it was a dual test. Like, is this guy gonna take this from me at face value? And then if he doesn't, will somebody step in and try to resolve the issue peacefully?
So
then at that
if
point,
nobody jumped in, would he just shoot everybody to death? And that's how this angel works.
I mean, based on crime statistics in New York, yeah.
Can you imagine the people who are actually wandering around Jack probably left the office at like 11 or 12 on Christmas. Mm-hmm. Like some very desperate people wandering around the streets of New York City at midnight on Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
Or just some people trying to get some eggnog.
Yeah.
There's two dichotomies there.
Also, he says eggnog is like $5.
Yeah.
Which seems really expensive even for eggnog in
2000.
Oh, God, yeah, that's really expensive in 2000.
That's expensive for eggnog today.
That's New York? I don't know.
Hey, that's the thing. That's true. It is New York. They're just marking it up. Yeah.
It's got the best vodka.
And he's in the financial district.
Yeah.
Like right across from Wall Street. So
yeah, true.
Maybe. I buy that, I guess.